Hello. I know some of you are still probably eating, but my name is Caressa Flannery, the founder and coordinator for the DoGood-er Awards. Welcome to lucky number 7 and a sellout crowd. Wow, look at all of you. This year we did everything bigger. More nominees, more sponsors, more attendees, more do-gooderness all around. Tonight we are going to be celebrating 15 outstanding nominees who have been doing good things in our community and for those around us. It's great to see so many amazing individuals putting their hearts and souls into our communities and making a difference. Frederick has produced some great men and women who lead with their hearts, and it comes down to recognizing needs and being kind. The past few years have been a challenge, to say the least. It can be hard to keep a positive perspective when so much is in turmoil. Health tragedies, job losses, elevated anxiety, confusion, inflation, supply chain issues, the list goes on. But through it all, our nominees persevered and gave faith and hope and a whole lot of kindness to a whole lot of people. Life can be a roller coaster, but forcing our focus on the positive moments of life, whether it be volunteering for a cause, expanded families, or growth in a new business, can certainly keep our mental health in check. The DoGood-er Awards started through a personal journey with my son, so I'd like to share a note of progress each year. Dylan, our 2017 Second Chance Do-Gooder recipient, not only is on a continued path of sobriety, hitting his lucky 7 this past February, and in January he made me a CC. Well, actually last January, not this past one. But he also started his own auto detail business back in May and is seeing tremendous success and confidence. Hint, hint, he even has an ad in your program, and voting for him for the Best of Frederick poll is 100% acceptable. Seeing all the support he has received makes my heart very happy, and I am extremely grateful for those blessings. All these great do-gooders we will share tonight are blessings as well. They have been nominated by their peers or local people in our community who have noticed their good deeds. So tonight, we will be honoring these individuals in 9 different categories and hear about their inspiring work, generous acts of kindness, and how they are impacting lives and the community with which we live. There might be a little laughter and possibly a few tears, and because of that, there are packs of tissues on all of your tables. I'd like to direct your attention to our cool neon sign. This is the message to ingrain in your brains tonight and to pass along to others. Do good. In addition, there are a couple of things to share at your tables. We have some fun picture props that you can use and likely have already. And we have a cool photo booth. How about the photo booth, right? We love the photo booth, it's so awesome. We'd also like to direct you to the wristbands that are also at the tables at your place setting. They indicate a message we'd like all of you to take with you beyond tonight's event. By doing good, we do well. It is said from personal tragedy and life experiences, some of the best things come to life. The inspiration behind the DoGood-er Awards comes from a mother's love and my personal struggle of trying to find answers on how to turn my son's life of addiction around to a more positive, productive, and healthy lifestyle. Through research, it was discovered that doing good and putting the focus on others helps you get through crisis and chaos that sometimes can lead to depression, anxiety, and addiction. So in fact, doing good is actually good for our mental and our physical health. Further, praise and recognition also contributes to higher levels of self-esteem, life satisfaction, productivity, and an overall desire to continue doing good. These elements are seen among many of the good people right here in the Frederick community. They educate, empower, mentor, support, and share. Some have been doing good for decades, others are just getting started. Since the inception of this event, some have expressed that sometimes people don't want to be recognized for the good things they do. This is true. Most people don't set out to be recognized, but something amazing happens when you do. They feel great about themselves and want to continue doing good. Same goes for corporations or small businesses. Want more productivity? Recognize your people, right? We embarked on a campaign this year with the help of our committee graphic designer, Rebecca Sullivan of Sky Design, to share reasons to do good and why recognition is so important. All of these graphics are displayed on the tables tonight and were in our slideshow earlier. There truly is a method to our mission. If you missed them, here they are again. We'll let them keep rolling there. Once again this year, we had our pre-party meet and greet with our nominees at the awesome Warehouse Cinemas. I shared an excerpt from a book written by one of my favorite motivational speakers, Simon Sinek, and it's important to share it again tonight with all of you. As it turns out, humans come equipped with a built-in chemistry set that gives us incentives to protect not just ourselves, but also others. 4 primary neurochemicals, endorphins, dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin, all essential to normal, healthy brain function, contribute to positive feelings of happiness, pride, joy, achievement, and fulfillment. And beyond just making us feel good, when properly balanced, they ensure our long-term survival. You can train yourself to be more empathetic by paying attention to everyday gestures. Even small acts of kindness release a tiny shot of oxytocin, feel-good oxytocin. What's more, these little considerations for others have a building effect. The daily practice of putting the well-being of others first has a compounding and reciprocal effect in relationships, in friendships, in the way we treat our clients, our colleagues, and even strangers. And that, my friends, is proof that doing good is good for positive mental health. I get asked quite a bit how I came to start this event, and the reason is simple. Doing good and sharing kindness has been proven to change the brain, impact the heart, mind, and even the immune system. Doing good changes us and affects our mental health. It is an antidote to depression, improves your relationships, and has the power to contribute to lasting change in our societies and communities. If we are to see change in our country, it is our local communities where it needs to start. Wouldn't you agree? So tonight is all about doing good. The past 7 years we have held this event have been nothing short of awesome, and it has grown year after year, as evidenced by the sellout crowd tonight. Yeah! The feedback has been extremely positive for the event, and we hope to keep this trend going for years to come. Each year when it comes time to start planning the event, our committee comes together to tackle its first objective, selecting the keynote speaker. Oh. How many people were here last year? Okay, yeah, good number, yeah. I see you, Michelle. All right, well, so if you attended last year, then you may remember one recipient who blew us away with his acceptance speech. His passion and compassion were evident, and his commitment to making sure every kid gets opportunities to shine is remarkable. It was unanimous, and we decided that our 2021 Education DoGood-er Award recipient, Aaron Vetter, would get that job. Yeah. Aaron was humbly honored to be chosen as our keynote speaker, and he will no doubt share how the effects of doing good can change the lives of the people around us in profound ways. Aaron Vetter began his physical education teaching career in 1999 and has been teaching pre-kindergarten through fifth graders at Lincoln Elementary for 20 years. Early in his career, he quickly developed a deep discontent that children, many based on their culture and socioeconomic background, would simply never experience the joy of playing at a piano recital, competing on a swim team, scoring a touchdown or a goal, or winning a trophy. Having worked at high poverty schools his entire career, he realized that outside of school hours, his students were unable to participate in ongoing extracurricular activities. Aaron responded by volunteering his time before and after school to provide clubs, teams, and activities to help enrich his students' lives. For 10 years, he also coordinated a mentor program called the RISE program that paired Lincoln students with members of the Frederick community. In 2017, he decided to expand upon this vision and these programs to have a greater impact and reach more students and families countywide. This was the official genesis of City Youth Matrix. City Youth Matrix that was founded in June of 2018. Aaron is the founder and executive director of City Youth Matrix, and their mission is to connect at-risk local youth to enrichment programs so they can reach their full potential in life. They remove barriers for children to participate in these programs, such as cost, transportation, and general registration hurdles. And his vision is to expand the program to reach hundreds more children in and around the region. Aaron has been married more than 20 years with a 17-year-old son and an 18-year-old daughter, and we are very honored to have him as our keynote speaker for the Lucky 7 DoGood-er Awards event. So everyone, please welcome our keynote speaker, Mr. Aaron Vetter. Are you hopping up here? Okay, you get a hug first.
Okay, good deal. Good evening. Get myself set up here. Well, first of all, I just wanted to say thank you to the Do-Gooders team. Caressa, thank you for developing such a beautiful way to highlight good things happening in our Frederick community. In 1968, a man named Fred Rogers released his first episode of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. If you're familiar with the show, you'll remember each episode began with Mr. Rogers changing from his suit jacket and dress shoes to a sweater and sneakers. What you may not know is that this simple opening act was, in fact, very important and very purposeful. In the 60 seconds it took for Mr. Rogers to change his jacket and shoes, he provided a casual atmosphere with a sense of stability and routine. At the same time, he conveyed the powerful message to the children who viewed his show. I am here with you. I am present. You have my full attention. You are important to me. You see, Fred Rogers knew the importance of being present with others. He devoted much of his life to helping children learn about the world around them. Through his show, he taught children how to process their feelings. He celebrated with them. He cried with them. And he tackled some of life's most difficult things with them. But he also knew the power and the resilience of children. and their ability to teach adults about the good in life. As a teacher, I can relate to Fred Rogers. I'm sure many of you can as well, and his desire to help children. I continue to learn so much from how my students experience life. So, I'd like to say to you, use my PE voice, I keep the mic in there, but I'd like to say to you, I am happy you are here with me tonight. For the next 10 minutes, I hope we can be present with one another. As I share with you some lessons I've learned over the last 20 years, working with the children at Lincoln Elementary School. My hope is that these lessons from Lincoln will help you in the days ahead to find the good in life amidst the struggle. So, we got 6 lessons tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Lesson number 1. We all learn and process life differently. It's okay. Own it. For those of you who know me, you know that I am a little different. From the time I was young, I have always had a high energy and I have felt life very deeply. And I'm sure many of you empathize and are maybe the same. But what you probably don't know is that in school, I struggled with reading comprehension and focus, which left me feeling like I was dumb. I was eventually diagnosed, not till I was a senior in high school, with ADHD. So if you in my gym at Lincoln, you'll see some old black headphones, and they're hanging from the digital clock above my office. These are from my dad's days in artillery in Vietnam. He gave me these when I went off to college at Towson to help me filter out distractions while I studied in my apartment. My roommates would be listening to music and conversing while studying, and there I'd be wearing my dad's giant headphones. When I'd emerge from the room after my bedroom after studying, I'd have this mark, still remember, on my face from the headphones, and my roommates loved to tease me about that. But if you step foot in any elementary school today, you'll see students with a wide variety of needs, middle and high school too. Many students have special accommodations and tools they use that help them throughout the day. My students have taught me to be proud of who you are, accept the help that you or I might need. It's okay to be different. It's okay. Lesson 2, we do lose in life, but we're not losers if we get ourselves back up. We intentionally practice and discuss winning, but also unpack losing in the Lincoln gym. We celebrate what we call comeback kids that weren't making good choices, but then they decided to improve. Or there's the competitive student that wanted so much to win, but goes to the other team and says, GG for good game. We discuss how when we are the weakest, that perhaps there is an opportunity to be our very greatest if we have the courage to experience and recognize the sad, the frustrated, the scared, or the angry feelings. See, We're all going to lose and have many times before, and we're all going to struggle at some point in this life. We've all got something. Some of us are perhaps a little better at hiding it than others. We practice in the gym that we don't give up. Even when we're faced with the mightiest of giants. And with a twist of perspective, little twist, maybe these are the greatest opportunities for us to shine. Lesson 3. Transitions are tough, and change can be hard. Research says the hardest transition a child makes is a transition from home to school every day. However, any elementary teacher would tell you that every transition or time for change during the school day is difficult. In my case, when students enter the gym after spending 90 minutes in a language arts or a math class, it can look like racehorses just released from the starting gate. And in the span of about 30 seconds, you can have everything from children doing handsprings, crying, needing to go to the bathroom, being silly, scared to come in, being unsafe, and running away. Not to mention the child that must tell me right then and now how they went to Urban Air over the weekend. Whew. Did I mention transitions can be hard? How I handle this transition, these times, has a direct impact on the rest of the class time. In this time, I have to slow things down, refocus my students, bring them together. Although the transition is hard for them, they're now ready to enjoy their time in PE. Through this process, the awareness that a change in routine can bring about the opportunity for the next great thing is reinforced in our gym. Again, Fred Rogers, he talked about it. He talked about the struggles we face in finding routines that allow for personal reflection in our fast-paced and changing society. Having a positive response to change is often aided by self-awareness. We teach the kids that at Lincoln. It is important to be mindful in times of change. And remember that seasons come and go. But how you respond in that moment can create opportunities for your future. Don't be afraid of change. That's what the kids have taught me. The next great thing is ahead. Lesson 4. All humans, despite their circumstances, must have some personal investment and accountability. At Lincoln Elementary, I work with many students who've experienced significant life trauma. Every day, I must balance sensitivity and compassion with holding students accountable for their actions. This is an everyday thing. When my students behave in a way that is not respectful and safe, there are consistent consequences. Just like in adults, being held accountable can make children feel uncomfortable. At Lincoln, this discomfort often looks like loud outbursts, destructive behavior, or sassy language. However, although they experience discomfort initially, these accountability systems, they become building blocks. Building blocks for the child to achieve higher goals and success in their future, in Mr. Vedder's PE class and beyond. As adults, we need accountability. Despite how uncomfortable it makes us, it's certainly led to greater success in my life, that accountability. Lesson 5, we're wired to help others, and we receive joy from the experience. Just as the do-gooders vision reminds us. Every day in my gym, we talk about getting rich. I explain there's two kinds of rich, boys and girls. The first being the green kind of money. The second is the head and heart kind of money. When my students make good choices and they work hard and they show kindness for others, I make a simple gesture and I give them money. As cliche as this sounds, humans need the head and heart money more than the green kind of money too. It is the reason why we can still be joyful in spite of difficult circumstances. When my students, Caressa, you were just talking about it earlier. When my students have opportunities to help one another and demonstrate kindness, they're proud. They work harder. And they smile. There's nothing better, though, than when one of those comeback kids I was talking about decides to make better choices. And to see the look on the faces of the boys and girls in class when I say, hey kids, let's give Brooklyn or Armando some money. And they look at their classmate and they're the proudest and happiest to give them that money. Proof right there. That's how we're wired. Lesson 6. Be present. One day I was driving and I passed by a deer that had been struck by another car. I looked in my rearview mirror and I saw it flailing and suffering. I was in a hurry and I didn't want to be slowed down. I couldn't ignore that. I pulled over, tried calling animal control, but couldn't get connected. I walked up to the deer, calmly, and with a soft voice, I just said everything was going to be okay. And I pet her face, and I looked at her in the eyes. To the passerby, I'm sure I looked a little crazy. But that deer wasn't alone. Not when she passed from this world to the next. She needed my presence. She needed to know she wasn't alone. I think we're wired like that. In my gym, my students need me to be present with them. This is listening to their stories, playing with them, sitting with them. This is sometimes changing my routine and agenda to accommodate their needs. This is simply saying, I care about you. I'm glad you are in my gym today. Take time to be present. Gosh, I'm still practicing this every day, every moment. But please take time to be present, even when it's hard to do. You never know how the gift of our attention will impact someone else. My students keep teaching me what presence is all about. So, when asked what he wanted to be remembered by, Fred Rogers stated a compassionate human being who happened to be fortunate enough to be born at a time when there was a fabulous thing called television that could allow him to use all his talents that he'd been given. We are fortunate to live together in this community at this moment in time. I believe deeply in our community and that we need each other to become our very best. City Youth Matrix has simply become another thing we've been given to expand on the lessons we've learned in almost 25 years in public education. We have all made great strides as a Frederick community. But I do believe our greatest years are ahead. I hope these lessons from Lincoln encourage you to use the talents you've been given, just like Fred Rogers said. Let's keep doing good, because doing good leads to life becoming its very richest. Thank you.
What motivates me to do good in the community is the impact that I see that it has, not just on the person who's doing the good or serving, but also on the recipients. And I think that by doing good, we continue to build up a community that's healthy for all people.
It's a real responsibility for me. I've been blessed in my life, and out of gratitude, I want to give back.
It's really made me realize how important it is to always look out for the underdog and everything, and always make sure that everybody is doing good, not just the people that are ahead.
For a long time, I did a lot of destruction in this community, and I had a lot of help to do good and to get where I am in my life today. Doing good is what I've found to be my passion.
I think it started at a very young age, honestly. My parents were do-gooders before do-gooders were really a popular thing. I was taught to always expect good and do good.
One of the things that drives me is there's a piece of scripture, Galatians 6:9, and it says, "Let us not grow weary in well-doing, for in due season we reap." And that is comforting to me, and it's inspiring to me, and I feel like I have a purpose.
We've always felt the obligation to serve, and we always have. We've been married 35 years. We started our first nonprofit over 35 years ago. And the joy of, or the benefit of giving over receiving is huge.
It's important for us to do good so the younger generation will follow suit and do well in their future.
Anytime you can get endorphins released, I think that it's a human nature to really enjoy that.
So doing good things for the community, whether it's through work or my volunteering, has really helped me see the world from a different angle. It's helped me see how different people maneuver through life, the different challenges that people have. I think it's very easy for us to really, think about how we're experiencing life, and getting out, experiencing other things in the community, giving back, volunteering. It really sheds a light on other parts of what's happening in our community and what's really happening for people in our community.
Doing good has kept me clean, giving back and helping others, and providing a job, and sponsoring events, and just being an asset to the community and people struggling, especially with, in the addiction community and stuff like that.
Doing good has definitely changed us by giving us a whole other family. So by meeting all these people and all these kids and adults, it's given us a whole new group of people that we just all fall in love with.
Doing good in the community it is truly giver's gain. It's leading by example.
Well, I think it just makes me a better person, and it allows me to give back. It allows me to realize that this world can be very selfish, and I don't want any part of that.
recently on one of our random acts of kindness days that we were at a gas station and paid for someone's gas, and she just broke down in tears and was like, I was choosing between gas and food, and I came to get gas and this happened. And that was pretty crazy to happen because to choose between gas and food, that's pretty tough, right? So that was really a great thing to see, and big smiles and hugs that went along with that was priceless.
And now on a Thursday after class, we have literally taken over the whole of Chick-fil-A. And I looked up and I seen the whole middle section is taken up with all these kids that have got to know each other, and they're best friends, and they're just kind of chatting, and they're so good with each other, and they've never known each other before. And the parents are all sitting in different tables all around. It's a huge big group. And now that they get together every day of the week, so they do like bowling, they do the arcade, and for me, just that moment when I was sitting looking at them all, that was my reward right there. Just looked at them all being friends and being a community together. It was awesome.
I have on many occasions been able to witness the distribution of shoes to the children who receive them. And I get really choked up because you would think shoes are no big deal. But you put a pair of shoes on a child who is so used to getting hand-me-downs, and they get a new pair of shoes and their whole demeanor changes. And to be able to watch them, they stand up, they start to pose, and you realize that, something that I've had a hand in is making that kind of difference to a child. It changes the whole vibration of what you do and how you feel about things.
To encourage others to get out and do good, you don't need to create your own entity. We're blessed with so many great opportunities out here to where we can come out and make a huge difference, one person at a time in the community.
Work as a team. You can't do it all on your own.
I would say just be yourself, and I think it's more rewarding to do good for other people than to be in the limelight. I think that if you help other people, it'll come back to you tenfold.
When I think about doing good, I think about volunteering, and I heard once from a person that something that really stuck with me, which was, if you aren't going to serve your country, you should serve your community. And so I really think that giving back, doing good things for the community really is my way of serving in just a different capacity.
Doing good feels good, and it makes others feel good. And I don't think it has to be something that you spend a lot of money on. I don't think it has to be something that you really try hard for. I think that offering a hug and taking a meal to somebody on a hard day, or just writing a card and sending it in the mail, they really matter, especially now. I think that sometimes it's like a forgotten art. It doesn't have to be part of your job. It doesn't have to be somebody you know very well, but just little tiny spontaneous acts of kindness go a long way and can change your life and their life, because they can then become some of your best friends when you didn't even know it and they were a stranger at one time.
Every year, the nominee interview video always gives me chills. Conrad and I get to sit with these folks when we do the interviewing, and it's amazing to hear all the answers to the questions, and it's awesome. I love to see it when it comes all together. It's great. These people are givers, and just like Aaron, have tremendous heart and compassion, and hearts of kindness are what the world needs. This year brought us a fine group of nominees. Many of these individuals understand the importance of giving back and how impactful it is in our communities and how it impacts their own lives. We are truly lucky to have many wonderful people making a difference here in Frederick, and getting to highlight them year after year is truly a blessing. In fact, if you know someone in our community that should be recognized, I want you to consider them for next year. We even have a box located behind the tech booth over here that you can stop and share an idea for next year. Just put your name or put their name, your name, and contact info, and we'll be sure to contact you next year to remind you to get that in play. We want to make sure that all those doing good get highlighted and recognized for all they do. Just to let you know, tonight isn't necessarily about the awards. It's about a disease. And I'm not talking about COVID. I am talking about the disease of doing good. And the committee hopes that you catch it and you spread it around like wildfire, okay? Tonight is more about giving all of us the ability to walk out of here this evening feeling inspired to do better, inspired to do good. And this world needs more of that, don't you think? Yeah? All right, before we get started with the awards, I have a few things to take care of. First, wasn't Aaron Vetter fantastic? I love Mr. Rogers. Wow, what an inspiration he is for so many young people and adults. Truly an amazing human. Thank you so much, Aaron, for all you are doing to impact our youth and elevate them to success. You are truly a gift. And speaking of gifts, as a token of appreciation, we'd like to present you with a bag or two of goodies. Please welcome Aaron back to the stage. Each of our awards tonight are sponsored by a local company or organization, and we give them the opportunity to present the awards to the recipients. We would like to acknowledge our award sponsors, Key 103, Conjo Studios, Miles and Stockbridge, BMC Services, Platoon 22, Berman, Sobin and Gross, Capital Women's Care, Honest Air LLC, and Verita Commercial Real Estate. Thank you to each of you for your support and generosity. Tonight's event could not be possible without the many corporate sponsors who have supported us. We'd like to give all of them a huge thank you and round of applause. Once again, we branded our Do Goodie bags that each nominee will take home tonight. Inside are gift cards, offers, and goodies to take advantage of as a thank you for all of your good deeds with a value of over $700. You will be eating, washing your car, drinking coffee, and entertaining yourself a lot in the near future, it seems. Special thanks to all the businesses who contributed to our Do Goodie bag. Our Do Goodie bag is such a hit that during virtual year, we decided to start giving away one as a door prize at the end of the ceremony. This year, the Do Goodie bag that we give away is valued at over $800 because one of our committee members, Kim Starks from Mortgage Right, sweetened the prize by adding an additional $100 Amazon gift card in honor of her son, Trey Starks. Trey was a bright young 21-year-old, the oldest of his mother's 5 boys. He struggled with addiction for years, and ultimately his life was lost by drowning while he was intoxicated. Since then, Kim gives back whenever she can and keeps her son alive through doing good, a true test to how doing good helps us do well. Thank you to Kim for her generous gift. She could not be with us tonight. But in order to win these goodies, you gotta stay with us to the end. And speaking of committee, the folks on the Do-Gooder committee are not just a committee, but more like a team. And let's talk about some teamwork, like Will said earlier. Why does it matter? Here's 10 reasons why. Teamwork makes the impossible possible. Shared enthusiasm energizes everyone. When a collection of minds and hearts work together, great things happen. It's good to know a helping hand is always in reach. None of us is as smart as all of us. There is strength in numbers. Teamwork divides the task and doubles the success. Individually, we are special. Together, we are spectacular. A dynamic team is unstoppable. Together, everyone achieves more. The DoGood-er Awards is blessed with a really great team. Some have been here since the beginning, some off and on, some brand new. I'd like to thank the many committee members who contributed ideas, inspiration, time, and labor to put the event together. It cannot be done without you. I'd like each of them to come up on stage for a picture, then grab a bag. Doesn't matter the color. Cheryl Haynes, Michelle Rankin, Kim Trishman, Rebecca Sullivan, Melissa LeClaire, Jen Wiles, Bill Iser, and Conrad Weaver. Please come forward. All right. I do like to single out Conrad Weaver of Conjo Studios. He is extremely busy with putting the final touches on his latest documentary film, but he has continued to bring this event to life every single year. Each year he has done the production of the interviews, the great video you saw earlier, the presentation you see above, and videotapes the entire event, and we are so grateful for his work. Thank you, Conrad. Additionally, Bill Iser and Weiser Productions handle our sound, lighting, and the flow of the presentation and keep me in check and with gadgets and script I read and all that. Thank you, Billy and Corey, and thank you for the cool photo booth. Big thanks as well to Charles Beadle, our photographer, for capturing the evening tonight and stepping in last minute. Kudos to Cheryl Haynes for handling some decor and for coordinating with the venue and caterers, Jean-Louis. Michelle Rankin for poster hanging, gift buying, card making, and more. The two Kims are my go-to gals for assisting with judging, pickups, social media, you name it. Jen Wiles helped with some do-goodie bag offerings. Our new wizard behind the curtain and newcomer, Melissa LeClaire, back here, will be handing off the awards tonight. And last but not least, Rebecca Sullivan of Sky Design, who puts together our beautiful graphic pieces, sometimes at the last minute, to allow Valley Graphics and Imagination Center to bring them to life. And she brought to life my vision with the Do-Gooder recognition campaign you saw earlier. Beautiful job. Thank you all so much for all you do and the teamwork you give. Outstanding. All right, we'd also like to thank our wonderful judges. For the first time ever, we have all of them here but one. So exciting. Please stand at your seats to be recognized. Tony Chiquilla, Russ Hodge, Guy Fletcher, Dina Carroll, Michelle Kaur, and Leanne DeLauder couldn't be with us tonight. You nominees did not make their jobs very easy. So round of applause again for all of them. Additionally, we are thrilled to have so many here with us tonight to celebrate these wonderful nominees and the importance of doing good. Give yourselves a round of applause. He caught me drinking. We are so grateful to all of you, and so are our beneficiaries. Proceeds from the event are going to City Youth Matrix to provide resources for the at-risk youth for extracurricular activities and enrichment programs, and Frederick County Humane Society to provide resources to help with pet ownership and provide assistance in times of struggle. But let's hear it from them.
The Frederick County Humane Society is very different than most humane societies. We help people keep their pets. Our goal is to assist families in any way that we can with help food, with vet bills. We have beds. We even have little doggy wheelchairs that we loan out. And so people don't have to make that terrible decision to euthanize a pet for lack of a couple $100. We pay over $100,000 in vet bills every year for Frederick County residents, and it adds up. There's a lot of people needing it. Right now, we are really challenged with dog food, dry dog food, and cat food. We give out pet food every day. We've been out shopping every week to buy more. And there's just a lot of people that are facing hard times that just need a little bit of help to keep their pet fed.
Our organization is City Youth Matrix, and our mission is to connect at-risk youth with enrichment opportunities or extracurricular opportunities. And we also have a huge component that focuses on family empowerment with that. So right now we have, we're almost at 5 years 501c3, and we are connecting 75 local at-risk youth on a consistent basis with extracurricular activities. And these are also, they're part of our 35 member families. And these children really every day of the year, whatever program they've been connected with, are doing things like violin lessons, they're doing Frederick gymnastics, they're doing karate lessons, they're experiencing really the life that we think that all children should experience. And we are in the business of removing barriers and inequalities so that these children can have these opportunities. The youth sports industry in the United States is a $19 billion business alone. So that is very costly. We remove cost as a barrier, all but just a tiny bit that the parents that are responsible for. But funding is an issue. And it's an issue for any family that puts their child in extracurriculars, and let alone for the families that we work with each day. And we'll continue as long as we have it in us, and that'll be forever, to remove these barriers.
City Youth Matrix is a local nonprofit that removes barriers so children can experience the wealth of enrichment opportunities that Frederick provides. Executive Director and our keynote, Aaron Vetter, as well as some board members and lots of supporters are with us tonight. The Frederick County Humane Society provides financial assistance for veterinary care, pet food, as well as items needed for pets. Pets provide comfort and companionship, and no one should have to give up their pet when facing hard times. Representative Connie Graff is with us tonight. Your attendance this evening and contributions will benefit these two fine organizations. If anyone here this evening would like to extend a donation to help support these organizations, we now have an easy way to do that. Please note the sign and QR code on your table and in your program on page 15, on our photo props that are on the tables, and up on our screen. Scan the code and give what you can. Round of applause for both of these worthwhile organizations catering for kids and pets. And we would also like to give a round of applause to our hosts, the ARC of Frederick County. They serve developmentally disabled adults, and your tables were set up and meal was served by them this evening. However, once again, the one and only Jean-Louis Lepage scurried back from Italy just to prepare the delicious food you enjoyed this evening. Jean-Louis was our 2018 Business Do-Gooder recipient, and he is also a chef and caterer. Wasn't it delicious? I'd like to take a minute and recognize past nominees or award recipients who are with us tonight. Please stand at your seats. Once again, Jean-Louis Lepage, Jeremy Schultes, Anna Mahia, Ajay Hill, Sean Nicholson, Shannon Flannery actually couldn't be with us tonight, Susan Hood, Sharon Volpe, Laurie Beiser-Wolf, Jen Wiles, and of course, our keynote, Aaron Vetter. Thank you all for coming or taking part in tonight's presentation. Now, if you open your programs, there's an index card with an act of kindness or way of doing good. In carrying out our theme, it is our hope that you will take these home and complete these acts of do-gooderness between now and the end of the year. And when you do, if you can remember, please post it on Facebook and tag DoGood-er Awards with your results, a picture, or whatever you like to represent its completion. We hope to carry the message of doing good way beyond this evening's event. Everybody got one? I'd like to also direct your attention to page 7. We're still talking about their cards. I'd like to also direct your attention to page 7 of the program. Due to the fact that our message is about doing good and paying it forward, it is only fitting that we continue to add one of the giving keys to our program. This organization exists to transition folks out of homelessness. We customize our keys with the message "Do Good," and each nominee will go home with one tonight. Feel free to wear it, embrace it, and pay it forward by passing it on as you see fit. If anyone else would like a Do Good key, we have a small number of them for sale for $25 each. Please send an email after the event to purchase one. All of the award recipients will receive one of our beautiful awards and the book, The Healing Power of Doing Good, which reaffirms and explains that when we care for others, we care for ourselves. It is highlighted on page 7 how you can obtain a copy, and excerpts are on page 10 of your program. And a message for our nominees and everyone out there: we are of the mindset that you all are winners for engaging in the unselfish acts of kindness, volunteerism, and do-gooderness that you've displayed. However, in each category, there will be one award recipient. You each will go home with something that you can display proudly. We also have no rule in place that you cannot be nominated again. After the event tonight, nominees are asked to come directly to the stage with your awards or certificates and your bags for group photographs or individuals with our photographer. And for the rest of you, an important note: the bar will remain open until 9 p.m. Oh my goodness. Now on to the awards. A lot of thank yous. Our first category for award tonight is our Youth Do-Gooder. This individual is a younger hero, under 18, who has provided acts of kindness, volunteer hours for numerous causes and groups within our community, or through innovation and invention has served the people in the community. Their tireless efforts help these causes provide for others. They give back to their local community without compensation and help to improve lives. We have one nominee in this category, Haley Otto. Please stand to be recognized, and she's already standing. Nominee Haley Otto is 17 years old and attends Middletown High School. If you haven't heard her name before, then you likely didn't see the nationally recognized viral post about her single act of kindness. Haley, while running her first cross-country race, assisted a fellow runner and stranger who was in the woods, disoriented, and in distress. Unbeknownst to her, someone photographed her good deed, shared it, and the post went viral to the tune of 38,000 plus people singing her praises. This humble young lady simply did what, as she puts, was the right thing to do, and it brought her some instant notoriety. But her do-gooderness doesn't stop with a one-time event. Haley runs a unified track meet for special needs athletes, coordinates the social events, designed and sold shirts for the participants, and has an Instagram account just to lift and promote fellow teammates. Her coaches say she treats everyone with kindness and goes out of her way to help where she can, including upon qualifying for nationals. She led the initiative to go door to door to raise funds for she and 3 teammates to cover their entry fees. One of her nominators, Sarah Caldwell, says she is without a doubt a true do-gooder. You'd be remiss in not recognizing a teen with her level of giving and kindness in the world, where we could certainly use more. And Pastor Linda Lambert says there is no doubt that Haley will continue to be a positive influence upon everyone she meets, an eager participant in the well-being of friends, family, and strangers alike, and an asset to the mission of doing good. Haley Otto. And for the purposes of presentation, please welcome to the stage from Capital Women's Care, Sarah Havrilla.
Before I say thank you to Haley, I really truly want to give a big thank you to Erin Vetter. In the upcoming weeks, I'll be sharing growth and development with over 180 professionals in Frederick, And with the span of the last couple years, I was really struggling with what message do I share? What do I tell them? Mr. Vetter, please understand that your message will be shared forward. And by you doing good, we all will continue to do well. So thank you for that. The 2022 Youth Do-Gooder Award recipient goes to Haley Otto. Haley, please make your way to this stage. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm so bad at this. Your outstanding, selfless act of kindness made an impression upon thousands, but made a difference to the girl you helped. And your giving heart and all that you do sets a great example for all young people to emulate. Congratulations. Congratulations. You're such an inspiration. All right, you get to see it.
Hey guys, I'm Haley. Well, thanks everyone. Feeling so excited about this. It's kind of funny that I got this because I don't do cross country, and my shout out to my coaches for forcing me to do this. I don't really know what to say. Thanks everyone. Always help everyone you can out. Thank you.
She's such a sweetie. Our next award is our Education Do-Gooder. This is an individual who works as an administrator, teacher, public or private, coach, secretary, school bus driver, school board, or speaker in the Frederick community who has impacted students or classrooms to improve education in our community. These are individuals who have gone above and beyond to move people forward in their lives by providing necessary skills and concepts to achieve greatness. We have one nominee in this category as well, Ms. Erin Relke. Please stand to be recognized, Erin. Erin Relke is a 15-year veteran history teacher at Governor Thomas Johnson Middle. She is also the board president for I Believe in Me, serving at-risk youth in our community. This gal is a well-loved teacher known as School Mom, who provides advice, encouragement, and support to numerous kids she serves. For her efforts, she has been recognized as Frederick County Public Schools Teacher of the Year, Charles E. Tressler Distinguished Teacher, and Key 103 recipient of the Heart of Learning Middle School Teacher of the Year. On top of her full-time job as a teacher, she is known as the backbone of the IBM organization. She was instrumental in helping them get off the ground with financial support and helps them organize nearly every event that they do. She is literally founder Ajay Hill's right arm. In addition to events, she also supports with grant reports, being a connector with businesses in the community to support the IBM mission, fundraising, and planning the curriculum for the summer and after-school programs. Additionally, she helps to sponsor kids when funds are low with their families. She is a breath of fresh air and a lifeline to so many people. One of her nominators, Sabrina Valley, states, "I could speak highly of Erin for hours, but nothing could capture the amount of lives she has touched both in and outside the classroom. It's an honor to know her, but to work with her and to learn from her on how important giving back to Frederick County can be is priceless." Ajay Hill calls her the wind beneath his wings and says her commitment, passion, consistency, and love as an educator is unmatched. Erin Relke. And for purposes of presentation, please welcome our 2017 Military Do-Gooder recipient, former keynote and principal attorney at Miles and Stockbridge, Mr. Jeremy Schultes.
Well, good evening. And Erin, you can start walking this way. I love the Education Award every year. I love giving this. My mom was a teacher. My mother-in-law was a teacher. I taught for a short period of time. My wife is a teacher. And my daughter is a freshman at Pitt, and she wants to be a teacher. So I am super excited again to be here this year. Erin, come on down. The 2022 Education Do-Gooder Award recipient goes to Aaron Relke. Your support, encouragement, passion, and heart are felt by every life you have touched inside and outside of the classroom. Your unwavering support of the IBM mission is outstanding. Congratulations and job well done.
Hi, everybody. Every day this week, I've had a couple of students come up to me and ask me, did you win? Did you win? So today I had to look at one of them and I said, well, it's tonight. And she said, can you please bring it into school so I can see what you won? And actually I told her it's not what we won, not what I won, but it's what we won. So I want to thank my family for the foundation that I was provided to be able to give back. I want to thank the board of directors of I Believe in Me, Ajay Hill, the executive director, and our mentors for helping and supporting us through this, and also giving me the opportunity to not only impact students in the classroom, but also outside. Thank you.
She is incredible. Our next award tonight is the Public Service Do-Gooder. These individuals serving our community in a public service position who go above and beyond through service, invention, or innovation and impact the lives of others through other work. Public service jobs include elected officials, law enforcement, social services, fire and rescue, public transportation, postal service, or environmental work, or in some cases, filling needs not otherwise available. Public service, we have two nominees in this category. Please stand to be recognized. Captain Donald Bennett Jr. and Sharon Hume Gremette. You guys can sit down. I meant to tell you that. So. Captain Donald Bennett Jr. is the station captain at Urbana Fire and Rescue, but also has an impressive 29-year career in fire and rescue. He is known around the station and within their organizations as someone who consistently goes above and beyond, the one you can turn to get things done. In addition to normal duties, Captain Bennett is also a driver's trainer instructor, peer fitness trainer, and a mentor for the applicants of physical agility testing. He is known for his great mentoring throughout the organization, following protocols, and his ability to provide a calm reassurance and demeanor at the height of emergencies. He also makes sure his coworkers get properly trained under his supervision. Through all his efforts, he was awarded the Division Supervisor of the Year, and most recently, he was granted the Gold Medal of Valor, the organization's highest award for his actions during the rescue of a fellow coworker in a house fire. One of his nominators, Charles Scott, describes Captain Bennett as a stellar individual. And another, his fire chief, Tom Coe, says, when I think of those within our organization who consistently go above and beyond to improve lives of those around them, Donnie rises to the top of that list. Captain Donald Bennett Jr. Sharon Hume Gremette is one of those people who has provided a public service but doesn't work in your typical public service industries. She has fulfilled a need for the adult special needs communities through dance and companionship. Through the pandemic and when most were in isolation, the special needs community was suffering. She developed a dance school providing classes done for free for the adult and special needs community to combat the isolation and give them socialization and something to do. But her service is not just dance classes. She has helped the special needs community connect, make friends, build confidence, and diminish depression and isolation anxiety. Not only the younger adults, but their parents too. She provides opportunities for real connections, lunches, outings, weekly bowling, golf or swimming parties, and so much more. They engage with one another and as a result are thriving in their lives. She donates her time, talent, and space to serve the underserved community, Sharon had numerous young adults who penned their special letters nominating her, telling us of the fun that they have and the impact that she has made and the friends that they now love. Her main nominator and now forever friend, Amy Masser, states, "The isolation that the special needs adult community suffered during COVID was devastating. So many suffered from depression and regressed behaviors. We have so much to learn from the special needs community, and it can't be done when their lights are dimmed. Sharon brought the light back within them. She doesn't take a penny from us, but gives them a sense of belonging and restored confidence. She is a true do-gooder." Sharon Hume Grimmett. Sorry, it chokes me up a little bit. For purposes of presentation, please welcome to the stage from the law offices of Berman, Sobin, and Gross, Mr. Matt Engler.
I can only imagine how hard this was for the judges to decide. The 2022 Public Service Do-Gooder Award recipient goes to Sharon Hume Grimmett. Sharon, come on up to the stage. You have changed and impacted lives whether you realize it or not. The judges felt the service and connection you brought to an underserved community of special needs adults was worthy of recognition as a public service. Congratulations.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I wasn't quite prepared for this, but thankfully I've got my guys with me. I should let Matt do the speaking because he's probably better. I just want to say thank you so much. It truly is an honor to be here with all the nominees and everyone and for the awards. What I would say is the biggest honor I get is to get to know all these guys, their friends, their families. They've truly been an amazing and life-changing to me, and I love them all very much. So I want to thank them, and I want to thank their families. I want to thank my family very much for pushing me to do the dance studio that I didn't think I could do. And I love you guys all so much. So thank you very much.
Awesome. Just chokes me up. Next up is our military do-gooder category. This award is for an individual serving or who has served in a branch of military, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, or Reserves, who has gone above and beyond the call of duty to impact the lives of others within the community. These individuals can be active military or retired, and special consideration is given to civilians with tremendous service to the military community. Nominee Holly Shore is another non-military civilian military category nominee. Holly is the VP of Operations for Goodwill Industries of Monocacy. Oh, Holly, I'm so sorry. Holly Shore, please stand. Apologies. Nominee Holly Shore, I said that, I'm sorry. She is the VP of Operations for Goodwill Industries of Monocacy Valley, but she also comes from a military family. She has been leading the charge in a partnership with Platoon 22 to bring the Veterans Services Center to fruition. Her attention to details, exemplary leadership, dedication, and passion for the veteran community and the needs that they have been evident in the journey to get the Veterans Services Center off the ground. Holly has pushed past building delays and supply chain issues, shutdowns, and the global pandemic, and in November, the Veteran Services Center will open to assist veterans in and around the county. She has stepped up to advocate to elected officials and through stories and media channels. She is also an active volunteer through the community. Holly has empowered the rest of her team and many in the community to rally around the Veteran Services Project and truly make it a blessing and an asset to the people they will serve. One of her nominators, Nikki Falzone, states, "Without Holly's contributions and visionary leadership, this project would have fallen flat. Every day, she shows up ready to change the lives of veterans." Holly Shore. For purposes of presentation, please welcome to the stage 2021 Military Do-Gooder recipient and from award sponsor Platoon 22, Ms. Susan Hood.
It sure is a privilege and an honor to be here tonight. Holly, would you make your way up to the stage, please? I can't say any more than has already been said about Holly. In just a few short weeks, our Veteran Center is going to open, and as many of you know, it will serve veterans across the state. There are 400,000 veterans living in the state of Maryland, and 70% of them will be within 1 hour of our center. And it's just an absolutely beautiful facility, amazing services, and it's all because of Holly. She has been an amazing advocate for us, and we cannot wait to cut the ribbon on November 10th, and we hope you'll all come over and take a look. It's going to be a showcase for Frederick County. The 2022 Military Do-Gooder Award recipient goes to Holly Shore. The Veteran Services Center would not be a realization without your leadership and vision. Your consistent effort will prove to benefit numerous lives in the coming months and years. Thank you for all you've done, and congratulations, and we love you so much.
Well, thank you so much. This project started out as just part of my job, and as a daughter of a veteran, granddaughter of a veteran, it's become a passion project for me. And I would say, when you mentioned the details, I probably am driving everyone crazy on this project because I am down to the details of paint, color, all of those things, but all in an effort to make sure that the veterans in our community experience a place that is unlike anything else out there. So I just want to thank the Platoon 22, Nikki, Susan, the board, my family, my Goodwill family for supporting us through this project. I'm incredibly excited, and it's so rewarding to be standing up here just days away from this building coming to life, and following in the footsteps of other non-military award recipients like Jennifer Wiles and Susan Hood. Thank you so much. It's an honor.
Our next award is the Business Do-Gooder Award. This individual is one who has made an impact on the success of a Frederick business or used his or her business for good in the community through service, invention, or innovation. These people go above and beyond their given job descriptions to impact the lives of others and the sustainability of business and service in the Frederick community. We have two nominees in this category, Jim Bass and Gail Peterson. Both are with us tonight. Please stand to be recognized. Jim Bass has led nearly a 30-year career in real estate and is at the helm of the Jim Bass Group of real estate teams. But for Jim, philanthropy runs deep, and he is passionate about giving back to the community in any way he can. He has provided sponsorship and volunteer support to many organizations in Frederick. Some that hold a special place in his heart are Sleep in Heavenly Peace, the Frederick Health Good Samaritan Project, the Mental Health Association and its Catoctin Affair Gala, and Advocates for Homeless Families. He holds memberships with Downtown Frederick Partnership, is a trustee member of the Chamber, Tourism Council, and the Frederick County Building Industry Association, and volunteers for these organizations whenever possible. In his real estate career, he has been featured and honored repeatedly, most notably as a real estate legend in DC Real Producers. He was awarded the 2021 Lifetime Achievement Award through FCAR for Business and Community Service, voted top agent through the Frederick Magazine Best of Frederick Readers Poll, and DC Metro Top Producers Most Innovative Realtor. But on top of all that, he still finds time to volunteer as a basketball and lacrosse coach and team advocate through Oakdale High School, lacrosse clubs, and Fellowship of Christian Athletes. One of his nominators, Tricia Reaver, states, "It takes a special person, a person with a do-good attitude, to lend themselves to the community in the magnitude that Jim has shown over the years. I applaud his work, volunteerism, and reflection of being a good community ambassador to kids and adults alike." Jim Bass. Gail Peterson has owned and run Peterson's Carpet and Flooring for 39 years. Gail has been a huge community advocate for just about as long. She utilizes her sign on Route 40 to promote the latest cause or campaign that she is assisting, and has impacted countless lives with the work she has done. Gail continually supports Girls on the Run and Habitat for Humanity and service projects that they provide. She is active in holistic women retreats and even created a scholarship fund for financially challenged women to attend and gain personal and professional development training through their retreats. During specific holidays, Gail kicks it into high gear with her own collection campaigns. She has collected Bras for a Cause for those suffering with breast cancer, and collects foul weather accessories for gifts of the heart for any children or families in need. She gets other organizations to collect as well, very similar to Toys for Tots. She has also collected bedding items for Sleep in Heavenly Peace. Also around the holidays, she created 12 Weeks of Giving, where she and her business support 12 different local nonprofits with matched donations. But she hasn't stopped there. In her own neighborhood, she has seen an increase in travelers and their speeds through the residential community. I'm sure you all have seen those little yellow signs telling you to slow down, kids at play. Well, Gail started that. She advocated with law enforcement and started the Street Safety Gang to help keep the streets safe from unsafe driving practices. She helps to distribute the signs and you see in the yards to remind drivers of safe driving practices. She also has organized a city neighborhood picnic to bring people together for fellowship and friendship. One of her nominators, Ashley Waters, shares, "Gail is simply a do-gooder. She gets to work, puts in the work, and maximizes the work to ensure the impact is most beneficial. Frederick is lucky that she brings her life experiences, her business, and her passion to our community. She is simply one of Frederick's truest gems." Gail Peterson. For purposes of presenting the award, I'd like to introduce from our award sponsor, BMC Services, Mr. Brett Hess.
It is a privilege, and both of you are incredible candidates here. I'm glad I'm not on that committee because I don't know how you pick from these folks, but it is my honor to see, and I love businesses that are doing great in the community, it's where my heart is, and I love to see when you guys are doing the same. The 2022 Business Do-Gooder Award recipient goes to Gail Peterson. Come on up, Gail.
I have to have a big signature.
Both of these nominees have exemplified enormous selfless service in our community. The judge's decision was difficult, but due to ingenuity and the innovative spirit and community service of one nominee, they thought Gail stood out. Congratulations, Gail, and thank you for all you do and will continue to do in Frederick.
I'll give you. Congratulations.
He does payroll for my company. He does payroll.
We rigged it that way. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
They have a teleprompter. Okay, so the challenge now will be to keep it short, because anybody that knows me knows that I'm really not shy. I'm not shy. I don't like the interview thing and all of that. I don't do that well. What I do well is make connections with people. And if there's anything, Mr. Rogers, we were talking, Aaron, that was wonderful, and we're trying to reach out to you, so we need to talk after, okay? So Sarah's back there. We were at our sales meeting on Tuesday, and I said, you know, on any given day, I feel like Mrs. Fred Rogers, because it's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. I love this community. I love being part of the community and making things happen in the community, not me, connecting people. There's 2 tables back there filled with my heart. The company, first of all, I haven't owned the company for 39 years. My husband started it. I've been part of it for 27. And I have a crazy team that they're just awesome. And I said, God, if I'm able to stand up here, please help me tell their story, because they make it happen every single day. They are the people. I've worked with these guys for a long, long time. And I'm only the person that gets to tell them what to do. And then the other table is my gym buddies that I've known now for about almost a year. And you want to talk about having accountability partners? I have never in 60 years, and I've known a lot of women, I've never in 60 years met a group of non-judgmental people that are just there to help you, okay? And one thing I do know, when a human being feels seen, heard, not judged, that gives them roots, and that lets them grow. And I'm grateful that I've had experience with that in my own life and continue to. So I'm going to shut up now. Jim Bass, congratulations. Congratulations to everybody. Like Kenny says, you are a winner. You are a winner. Thank you.
Our next award is one our judges added after the first year. The Unsung Hero Do-Gooder is an individual who works behind the scenes, mostly out of the limelight, for a nonprofit organization providing tremendous support or provides an impact to individuals in the community. Sometimes put in roles as treasurer, secretary, or the like, they keep things rolling despite deadlines, setbacks, and unforeseen circumstances. Also, these individuals can be seen as good Samaritans, lending a helping hand when needed. There are 2 nominees in this category. Julie Castleman and Dee Dee Fowler are present tonight. Ladies, please stand to be recognized. Nominee Julie Castleman is the owner and director at Mountain Memories at Thorpewood, an event facility in Frederick County. She is currently the chair of the board for Hartley House in Frederick and contributes to them extensively. She is the former event chair for the esteemed Clutch the Future event, a prominent fundraiser for woman-to-woman mentoring, and she led the fundraising efforts to the tune of nearly $250,000 under her tenure. Through the Woman to Woman organization, she has held many positions and contributed immensely to their growth and success. She offers up her space for meetings, retreats, etc., without question or compensation. She also mentored young women, providing support, advice, a listening ear, assistance with job security, and more. She took her mentoring a step further when she offered her home to a very special former mentee, Letty. When she lost her mom, Julie took her in, helped her get her life on track, put her through college, and made her part of their family. Letty even shared that she has changed her name to Castleman due to the impact this family, and particularly Julie, has made on her life. In addition to her huge impact on Woman to Woman, she served through her church for the Head Start program, Harlem lacrosse team, and supports programs to help women turn their lives around. Not only that, but she has repeatedly offered up her home and shelter to families trying to get back on their feet. She serves lunches to the homeless and has a huge heart for animals and takes them in as well. One of her nominators, Tanya Haddisy-Steer, shared, Julie's passion for serving those in need shines through in everything she does. She's an advocate, a ball of fire, and she's fearless. She is a do-gooder in the biggest of ways. Another nominator, Letty Castleman, shared, Julie has helped me grow and move past trauma. She taught me to approach things with grace and that forward is your friend. The world needs more Julies. Julie Castleman. Nominee Dee Dee Fowler is plain and simply a ball of fire. Her energy and enthusiasm is contagious. She is a nanny extraordinaire and provides elder care support in her day-to-day, but in a volunteer capacity, she is everyone's go-to gal, putting smiles on the faces of everyone she comes in contact with. She is the secretary and former president of the parent-teacher organization of Brunswick Elementary. She took initiative and expanded the membership, helped everyone feel welcome, and motivates people to action with positivity. She is a relentless supporter of the teachers and students at the school and has created fundraising campaigns to support the school, including Spook My Yard, membership drives, and more. Outside the school, she is a fierce supporter and fundraiser for Sophie and Madigan's Playground, team mom, and support for Brunswick Little League, where she highlights each child through social media, and she's an energetic cheerleader, volunteer, and support system for her community of Brunswick Crossing. Dee Dee is all about putting the fun in anything she does. Me too, girlfriend. Some days she can be found dressing in costumes to raise funds for causes or to bring joy to those around her. She does these things simply because it's ingrained in her to make people happy and bring smiles to their faces. One of her nominators, Elisa Bell, says, Dee Dee's skills are numerous and impressive, and she continues to amaze me with traits such as charisma, passion, humor, dedication, commitment, and honesty. And another nominator shared, Dee Dee is not just an amazing person, she's a whole vibe. And that vibe is a rainbow of colors and sparkles and your favorite song on the radio with the windows down and the sun shining in. Dee Dee Fowler. Of all the letters of all the nominees, that was by far the best quote. I had to put that in there. Oh my goodness. For purposes of presentation, I'd like to introduce the president of Honest Air LLC and a nominee tonight, Mr. Andrew Lohr.
It's truly an honor to be here tonight and just to present an awesome award to two lovely ladies that have just done awesome things. Again, I couldn't imagine being a judge in this process. It's got to be tough. So the 2022 Unsung Hero Do-Gooder Award recipient goes to Julie Castleman. please make your way to the stage. This was another difficult decision for the judges, but Julie stood out for the years-long impact in the community for specific organizations and the impact providing shelter and security for individuals and families in need. Congratulations, Julie.
Hi. So I'm not very good at speaking off the cuff. So I was told to plan, so I planned. Thank you. I am so humbled. I'm honored to be among these 14 fellow nominees to be considered for a DoGood-er Award. Thank you to those that nominated me, several that are in the room. There is so much good around us, and this award gives us all an opportunity to see the good shine through. My journey started as a little girl. My parents, well, they were do-gooders and taught me by example, as they have been taught, how to be a good person, how to change a bad day into a blessed day, how to help our neighbors and friends, how to play fair, how to treat everyone as special. I'm very grateful for that upbringing. If I had to pick something that I'm so proud of, it is my relationship with Letty. I'm a crier, so please bear with me. I met her through the Woman-to-Woman Mentoring Program, as it was mentioned, for which I was involved for about 10 years. In 2018, Tanya Haddisy told me that she had someone she wanted me to meet. Letty's life was hard. She didn't let it get her down. As mentioned, her mother had passed from a drug overdose when Letty was 21. She was in and out of foster care from a young age to a teenager. She also experienced group homes with her older sister. It is an understatement to say that Letty grew up very fast. But she never gave up, ever. She just kept moving forward. She worked hard and she graduated from high school and attended FCC. Letty moved in with my husband Sam and I in 2018. This is when my life changed for the better. There were truly some ups and downs, many downs, but my husband, my rock, and I, with Letty under our wing, kept just expecting good every day. We all grew, and Letty has become an even more amazing young woman and has so much to give. So much good is in her. While living with us, she attended Garrett College during the pandemic, not her favorite time, sorry, and received her Associate of Arts degree. None of this has been easy, but she did it. She remains a strong advocate for animals. I think I rubbed off on her. And her best companion is her sweet pup, Ziggy. I'm so, so proud of her. She is so grateful to us and lets us know all the time. This was mentioned, but I was going to share to thank us and mostly to thank my husband, who has raised 2 boys and learned a lot about girls in the last several years. For Father's Day this year, Letty changed her name to Castleman, legally. I mean, she changed everything. I don't think she really knew that she had to do her license, her social security number, I mean, everything, but she has done that. What amazing thank you that is for us. She's now the program coordinator for Easter Seals Camp Fairley in Chestertown, Maryland, and she continues to give and grow. Every do-gooder has someone in their life to support the doing of good. Thank you, Sam. To everyone here, keep doing good. Keep expecting good every day. If you wake up in the morning, just expect good. We can all be do-gooders. And just a short Psalms. Trust in the Lord and do good. Thank you very much.
Some of y'all get me. Okay. Up next is the category of Second Chance Do-Gooder. This category was added to the awards to recognize those who are taking their second chances seriously by doing good. The Second Chance Do-Gooder is an individual who has been given a second chance for a better life from arrest, incarceration, illness, accident, and through recovery has truly given back to their community through exhibited behavior, good deeds, creating a cause, or volunteer efforts. There are 2 nominees in this category, Matthew Bishop and Andrew Lord. Gentlemen, please. 2 fine young men. Matthew Bishop is the owner of Always Recovering Junk. He is also a residential counselor at Solid Ground Recovery, counseling those in recovery without judgment, but with accountability and encouragement. Matt himself has celebrated more than 2.5 years in recovery from addiction and a history of incarceration. He oversees and facilitates 6 Solid Ground Recovery homes, gets to share his passion of leading a life of servitude, and counsels and mentors others to live a sober lifestyle. Additionally, Matt provides transportation, a listening ear, and a shoulder to anyone he finds struggling, and does it without expecting anything in return. His selflessness and character truly speaks volumes to those he comes in contact with. Through his business, he employs those in recovery. He also finds other opportunities for them and teaches them vital skills needed to move ahead through recovery. He helps to eliminate the barriers that some have with steady employment. One of his nominators, Debbie Guffrey, states, "Matthew serves from the heart, not the bank account." I love that. And Sean Nicholson wrote, "The intentional lifestyle he lives and his willingness to be a servant has impacted the lives of so many. Matt is a true example of change." Matthew Bishop. Nominee Andrew Lohr is the owner of Honest Air LLC, and he celebrates 8 years in recovery free from addiction. Andrew personifies a can-do attitude, a drop-and-go style with commitment and overall love for others. He embodies good character, leadership in personal and professional arenas, and wherever there is need, he is there to assist. Through his company, he has sponsored and supports many local events and charities, including YMCA, VFW of Mount Airy, Difference 24/7, Special Olympics, Luya Sports, and the Stomp Out Heroin Race. Recently, and for several years now, he has supported the Phoenix Recovery Foundation to support a school offering alternatives to those struggling with addiction recovery. Andrew also employs individuals needing job security who have struggled with sobriety. Through his passion for giving back and towards others, he has started a division of his company called Honest Air Cares to put an emphasis on giving back in our local community, one he grew up in, to help others to live and to thrive. Causes close to his heart are for suicide prevention, addiction recovery, and local hunting events that support positive mental health. One of his nominators, Michael and Sherry Hosler, shared, "Andrew, in all he does, has a heart to help first, especially in times of great need, and he is passionate about everything he places his hands on." Andrew Lohr. For purposes of presentation, please welcome our video producer and documentary filmmaker, Conrad Weaver from Conjo Studios.
I love when someone who gets a second chance makes the best of it and does good. So gentlemen, congratulations and keep doing good. This year, the 2022 Second Chance Do-Gooder Award recipient goes to Matthew Bishop. Matthew, please come to the stage. You have both been given a second chance to make a difference with your life and the lives of others. The work you both have done is making an impact. The judges felt Matt stood out more with the management of 6 sober homes with the addition of 6 sober homes within the addiction community and his hands-on approach. Congratulations, Matthew, for all that you've accomplished.
I really don't have much to say, but thank everybody for coming. Thanks, Carissa and the Do-Gooders. And, you know, I was given a second chance in this community. I caused a lot of destruction here, and through my process of recovery, I've been able to find my passion, and that's helping people. So thank you guys.
Keep doing good. Keep doing good, guys. All right. So now, as promised, we have a giveaway to do before our last 2 awards. First, I'd like to thank once again all the local companies who have contributed to the Do Goodie Bag contents. This was huge. Over 30 companies participated. Big thanks to Plamond and Roy Rogers, Tree Trekkers, Warehouse Cinemas, The Giving Keys, Cheryl Haynes, Frederick Shell Car Wash, Key 103, Noodles and Company, Adventure Park USA, Dublin Roasters, Il Forno Pizzeria, Oscar's Ale House, Shuck and Shack, Beliza Hair and Nail Studio, Epic Detailing, Shannon Flannery Real Estate Goddess, Avon's Pamela Gores, Frederick Window Tinting, Wing and Pizza, A&S Construction, Peterson's Carpet and Flooring, Deb Gartner from J&B Real Estate, Lucky Corner, Art of Beauty, Colonial Jewelers, Smooch Studio, Prospect Pantry, Fountain Rock Management, and Avery's Maryland Grill. And big thanks to Kim Starks from Mortgage Right for sweetening the bag with an extra $100. This bag right here is worth $800 in goods and services in it. And some lucky person is gonna get to take it home. So I'd like to have one of our judges, this time Russ Hodge, if you would come up on stage to draw the name for the, I'm sorry, not draw the name, but draw, you guys have your red tickets? Everybody got them? Okay, bring them out. All right, so you get to pick a name over there. Don't pick your own, okay? Oh, yeah. There we go. All right, you guys ready? 360219.
Oh my God.
Are you in the room? 360219. Scream. Are you here? You have to bring the other side of the ticket up here. Is that person gone? You have to be present. So everybody checking your tickets? 360219.
I actually left mine at the table.
Oh, he left his at the table. Well, watch it be Russ. Draw again. We're drawing again. Snooze, you lose. That's the way we work around here. Okay. The number is 360154. Yay! We have a winner! Ma'am, what is your name? What is your name? Diana Butt has won the Do-Goodie Bag. $800 worth of goods and services here. We're gonna get a little picture, okay? Try these out. Congratulations. You don't have to. I trust you. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Congratulations to our Do Goodie Bag winner. You just won over $800 in goods and services from some of the best local businesses in our area. Now back to the last two awards. Our newest category, the Nonprofit Do-Gooder, is an individual who has led a local nonprofit organization and has gone above and beyond the duties of the organization and whose tireless efforts help these organizations provide for others. They impact those they serve, but also the larger community as a whole with their enormous and vast contributions. There are two nominees in this category, Barbara Kirshner Daniel and Troyce and Joe Gatewood. Barbara Kirshner Daniel is not with us tonight. Joe and Troyce, if you would stand to be recognized. Awesome. Barbara Kirshner Daniel is the senior pastor at Evangelical Reformed United Church of Christ. She is also a member of the Rotary Club of Carroll Creek. For 12 years, Barbara led an extensive project for the organization called the Frederick City Feeder School Supply and Distribution Drive. Through her massive efforts, the project provided necessary school supplies for back-to-school success for over 15,000 children. She made sure they got to pick their own supplies and experience the thrill and excitement of a new backpack they got to choose themselves. She not only inspired others to join the cause, but she participated in fundraising, creating alliances within the community, and shopped for the supplies herself. Her efforts helped raise $15,000 to $20,000 and recruit 30 to 40 volunteers to assist. The event initially started as a joint effort between Rotary Club of Carroll Creek and Frederick County Public Schools, but it then grew and spawned into an activity also sponsored by the United Way of Frederick. Barbara is passionate about serving the underserved and is a champion for social justice causes. One of her nominators, Kim Cheney, says, "I am in awe of the work she has single-handedly accomplished. She is amazing." And Ashley Waters states, "Barbara provides physical and emotional resources to create impacts in areas that our community needs most. That is the spirit of a true do-gooder." Barbara Kirshner Daniel. Troyce and Joe Gatewood are the managing partners of Troyce Gatewood and Partners of Keller Williams Realty Center. Additionally, they created a nonprofit organization, TGP Gives, solely for the purpose of providing random acts of kindness in the community. Through the early days of the pandemic lockdowns, it was evident that isolation was a problem for many in our community. So they partnered with Showtime Sound to create movie nights at the fairgrounds, giving a safe outdoor outlet for entertainment for hundreds of people during the pandemic. They hosted groups or charities on different nights so that those that couldn't afford could attend, and they also bought them food as well. They organized a fundraiser with food trucks to give back to the local businesses, where they bought over $17,000 in gift cards from restaurants, shops, or other retail outlets and shared them with people in need. Random acts of kindness were at the forefront for the TGP Gives group. Once a month, you'd find them providing random strangers with free tanks of gas, paying for meals at restaurants, or paying for kids' shoes at a store. These random acts of giving were shared to encourage others to spread kindness in our community. TGP Gives also hosts an annual golf tournament at Whiskey Creek that supports the upcoming sports mural project that will be at the Keys Stadium, right next door. Helps the IBM organization with their mission and provided school materials to pack the bus for Butterfly Elementary School. Joe and Troyce also have spearheaded the Unity campaign that provides support for over 30 nonprofit organizations in Frederick County. Their goals and contributions made such an impact that Joe personally chaired the campaign for a number of years. One of their nominators, Erica Weigman, shared, "Troyce and Joe have cultivated a culture that focuses first on caring for our communities. They aim to impact many people regardless of their situation or needs, while hopefully impacting others to pass it on. Troyce and Joe Gatewood. To present the award, we'd like to welcome to the stage one of our esteemed judges and our nonprofit award sponsor from Verita Commercial Real Estate, Mr. Tony Chiquilla.
Thank you, Carissa. Make that be the last time you say Verita. Verita is not Verita, it's Verità, just for the record. And Verita is the reason why my company is VCRE.com, because people like Carissa actually can't speak Italian. It's okay. Verità in Italian means the truth. And I want to say, first and foremost, it is the truth that it is nearly impossible for the judges to come to a decision. You all suck in a very good way, I gotta say. And I might resign. This is the first night that I've actually been here, and I think it might be the last. This is incredibly stressful. Congratulations, sincerely, to all of you that have been nominated. And let's get on to our winner for our nominee for the nonprofit award. But before I do that, just to drive Carissa completely nuts, Jeff, God bless you, the future Mr. Carissa Flannery. Let's all give a round of applause to Jeff. Brother, I have no idea how you're going to do it, but God bless you. You said 1968. That was the year I was born. That was a good year. But a better year than that is 1947, for that was the year that It's a Wonderful Life was aired. There's a quote in that movie. It's on a plaque in a wall in the office of Peter Bailey's office, George Bailey, excuse me. It says, "All that you can take with you is that which you've given away." Our nonprofit award recipient embodies that. The 2022 nonprofit DoGood-er Award recipient goes to Troyce and Joe Gatewood. Troyce and Joe, please make your way forward. The vast contributions of the Gatewoods and their team weighed heavily in the decision for the recognition, but the lasting impact of some of their good deeds will be felt for decades. In fact, I can't wait until I get my free tank of gas every week at the Giant off of Route 26 at 8:15 after I drop my daughter off for school. Joe and Joyce, congratulations very much. Joe, congratulations. My man. And one last thing, Gail, if you haven't already applied for the keynote speaker for next year, we will accept your resume and we will review it. The judges will get back to you. You can finish your speech. There you are, Gail. Yeah, next year's keynote speaker. Right there, Gail Peterson. Take it away.
Both of you, either of you, doesn't matter.
So,
You got it.
I got it?
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. First of all, thank you so much. We wouldn't be up here, I wouldn't be up here without my wife. There's nobody so pure in everything that she does. It's amazing. But we wouldn't be here without our amazing team. We wouldn't be here without our amazing team as well. And the reason is back in 2014, I was asked to take over Frederick 48, which was a local, an annual fundraiser to raise money for local nonprofits that serve basic human needs. I took the meeting out of, really just out of respect for the person who asked me to come. But at the end of the meeting, I didn't say yes, but I didn't say no. The following Saturday, we were taking a walk through Baker Park. In the morning, we walked by the tennis courts, if you know where that is. And we passed this homeless man sleeping on a bench. And we walked a little bit further up where the little covering is, and there was a homeless man sleeping on top of the one of the picnic tables. We kept walking, and a little bit further down on the hill, there was a woman under a tree dressed in her business clothes. She had a sheet on the ground under the tree with a suitcase and all her paraphernalia around. And we walked by her and I got shivers. And I stopped my wife and I said, that woman is homeless. She's the type of person that could have lived across the street on 2nd Street. But she was homeless. And you know that Frederick 48, we have to do this thing. Walked a little bit further and I said, this just isn't right. And Troy said, you're right. I said, no. We walked by 2 homeless men and didn't put any thought into it. Like it was status quo. It took us to walk by this 3rd person who was more like us for us to make that decision. So for the next 4 years, we ran the Unity campaign with a mission to bring awareness to that 1/3 of the population here in Frederick County that suffer every day financially, and to bring awareness to the over 30 nonprofits that serve that group of people, and to raise as much money as possible. In 2018, we turned it over to the United Way after raising over $2 million, and it continues to thrive. But then the pandemic hit, and things changed. When we were doing the Unity campaign, every one of our team members, when they sold a home, helped somebody buy or sell a home, they donated a portion of their commission to the Unity campaign. But that was really my passion. So I asked them, what do you want to do? And that's where TGP Gives was formed. We all came together, and what we realized was that everybody's suffering in some way. I have friends whose kids suffered from mental illness. Our kids went to Urbana High School. I couldn't believe week after week we heard these stories of these kids overdosing on drugs, dying. So the pandemic has kind of changed our mentality. So we immediately went out and started supporting local business that were struggling. We did the movie nights. We thought that was pretty cool. But we figured out that what we really need to do is just be kind to anybody. You'll find us every 3rd Wednesday of the month out doing hundreds of acts of kindness just randomly in the community. Filling tanks of gas. So we really appreciate this award. Tonight we're actually celebrating our new tagline, and that is that it takes no talent to be kind. Thank you so much.
A little piece of Tony left behind. No, I wouldn't have let you. Okay, our final category of the night, the All-Star Do-Gooder. The All-Star Do-Gooder is an individual who has provided countless volunteer hours for any number of causes and groups within our community, and whose tireless efforts help these organizations provide for others. They give back to their local community without compensation and help to improve lives. We have 2 nominees in this category. Will Bird is here. Actually, both of them, Will Bird and Julie Gaver, are both here with us tonight. Originally, Julie wasn't to be here, and we are very happy she's here. Awesome. All right, Will Bird is the District Assistant Governor of Rotary Club International. He is also the Charter President of the Rotary Club of Newmarket, one of our sponsors tonight. Yeah. Will is simply one of the biggest cheerleaders for individuals and businesses you will find in the Frederick area. He uses his vast networking skills via social media to get the word out for businesses in need, and his support is astounding. When businesses were struggling, he was right there to purchase a gift card, to patronize in person, or simply donate to local charities to put their causes in the limelight. He started the Newmarket Local Business Group through Facebook to promote local businesses and foster community assistance, networking, and connection. Through his actions, Will personifies the Rotary motto, service above self. Through the continual acts of do-gooderness he shows to anyone in need. He hosts a Cars and Coffee event every Sunday at Adventure Park, USA, through the Rotary Club of Newmarket, to support not only the venue, but to bring classic car owners and enthusiasts together to form partnerships to help local charities and organizations. It draws over 100 vehicles every single week, and it's growing. As a resident in Newmarket, it's important to give back, so he spearheads beautification projects there and conducts food, bottled water, clothing, and school supply drives that benefit local fire departments and the Frederick Rescue Mission to serve others. Will has forged active partnerships with Frederick County Goes Purple and the Mental Health Association, supporting both addiction recovery and mental health awareness. Additionally, he even got dressed up and danced for the Alzheimer's Association Memory Ball, me too, and supports military veterans through the Golden Gears Club. One of his supporters, Robert Medford, wrote, "Will demonstrates strong support, selflessness, drive, and determination, making him deserving of recognition." Another nominator, Ashley Wright, shares, "Will is truly invested in the success of others and takes great pride in being able to assist other people in achieving success." Will Bird. Julie Gaver is the owner of Julie Gaver Discovery. She's an accomplished author and a professional speaker. She is also the founder and director of Souls of Love and the Souls of Love in the Garden and First Bloom events. Her charity and its events have served over 22,000 children in our community with her massive shoe drives, engaging many individuals and companies in efforts that support Housing Authority of Frederick, Potomac Case Management, Frederick Girls on the Run, Children of Incarcerated Parents, Girls Inc., and many more. She has captured the spirit of charity through the giving women of our community through her Souls of Love Garden Party events and fosters philanthropic efforts in elementary and middle schoolers through her First Bloom Garden Party. In addition to those massive efforts, she found time to mentor and facilitate through woman-to-woman mentoring, empowering the relationships between mentors and mentees. Julie also has participated in many community events serving organizations close to her heart, including the Lip Sync Battle for SHIP, the Memory Ball for Alzheimer's Association, and as an MC for Catoctin Affair for the Mental Health Association. She also authored the book, Must Love Shoes, and periodically donates her profits to the United Way campaign to further serve her community. One of her nominators, Jennifer Long, writes, "Julie has selflessly shared her time, skills, and talent for the benefit of others. She is kind, humble, and charitable. She leads by example and is one of Frederick's great humanitarians." Julie Gaver. For purposes of presentation, I'd like you to welcome from award sponsor Key 103 Radio, Ms. Danny Gurry.
Thank you guys very much. Congratulations to everybody. If you don't leave this event feeling empowered and excited, then I don't know what's wrong with y'all. It's a school night, though. We got to get up early, so I'm going to be quick. I'm so honored to know both of these nominees. The 2022 All-Star Do-Gooder Award recipient tonight goes to Julie Gaver. This was a tough one for the judges. Congratulations. They felt that both of you are exceptional community advocates and should be commended for your amazing work. But Julie's 10-year history of providing shoes for children, which I love that event, mentoring for young women, and serving several other nonprofit organizations stood out this year. Julie could be with us tonight.
Forget that
Thankfully, due to the rain.
Sorry,
Thankfully,
it was
due to the
last
rain, your thank you video will not play, so we shall see you in person. Julie Gaver.
Oh my goodness. Well, first of all, I guess Jen Long I need to thank for choosing a picture of me that was about 6 years old and I looked so much better than I do right now. So thank you for that. Also, I will keep this brief because I have to go to the bathroom so very badly. And I was having flashbacks to some of the Academy Awards and the person's not there, and anyway. So I was not supposed to be here tonight because I was supposed to be hosting Leadership Frederick Alumni Group, an event, and it got called for the rain, which reminds me of why do I keep having outdoor events, because it's so hard on my heart with the weather. But I did want to say that today is my 43rd wedding anniversary. To the same person. And I'm sharing that with you because I think everyone in this room can probably agree that without the support of the people who love us and the people who live with us, we probably couldn't do half of the things that we want to do. So to my sweetie at home, I appreciate that. There is an expression that says you don't have to cross the ocean to do good, you just have to cross the street. And as I look around this room, I know it is filled with people who have crossed the street. And so to all of you in this room, thank you for doing that. I was feeling a little down yesterday morning because I have started the Winter Boot campaign for Souls of Love. And as of yesterday morning, I was the only one collecting. And so I put a shout out on Facebook. And within less than 24 hours, I had 25 businesses or individuals who have stepped up and said, here I am, I will help you collect. And I think that's just a tribute to what this community is all about. And I imagine that by the time I get home, I will have some more people who have volunteered. And so I think the ease and the fun of doing good is just made so much better by the fact that we do it in community with one another. So thank you very much for all you do. If you have donated shoes, if you have collected on our behalf, if you have sponsored, there's so many of you in the room. If you have volunteered, thank you for being my soul sister, or as Guy now refers to them, soul dudes. So thank you very much for that.
Sadly, when I saw her event was canceled, I was like, oh my God, she has to come. So we made it happen, but we didn't have time to change the script, so I apologize for that. Okay, so that concludes our awards for this evening. Each of our nominees we shared tonight are all winners in the Frederick community. And going forward, we will be contacting each award winner to supply us with their charity of choice, and our committee will then decide upon 2 beneficiaries for next year's event. We would like for all of you to think about those individuals around you serving others, doing good, making a difference, and who deserve recognition next year. Please drop a name in the box on the right on the way out. Put your contact info in there, and we'll take care of the rest. We'd also like to remind our nominees and award recipients to bring your bags and awards to the stage and stick around for photographs. Thank you so much for attending the Lucky 7 Annual DoGood-er Awards. Keep doing good.
Before you leave,
We're calling an audible. Hold on 1 second. Yeah.
we're the judges, and we just want to tell you that the Kleenexes on the table are left over from the Kleenexes that we have when we read all of your letters. It's serious. Like, we sit there and it's so difficult, and I know I personally leave thinking I need to do better. And just, I am so impressed by all of you, and so everyone's a winner, but the big winner right here is Caressa. So 3 cheers for Caressa.
Thank you all so much. Nominees, please come forward.